And with that, I think we're live. Let me double check that everything is working as it's supposed to. Hang on. I think so.
It's
I
chaos.
clicked the button 3 times. Oh, speaking of nerd news, Chaos on Netflix is supposed to be really good. I haven't seen it yet, but it's loosely based
It's
on
super
nerd
good.
stuff, so go watch it. What other nerd news? Oh yeah, D&D Beyond updated with 5.5 rules. Sorry, I'm not supposed to call it that. The 2024 edition of the Player's Handbook has released and is now available on Player's Handbook. The free rules are available on there. On D&D Beyond. Anyways, that is that. Go check it out. I hope that it's going to work out really well. I know a couple of you are going to be joining a campaign with the 2024 rules, so that's going to be super exciting. I wonder how many GMs are going to stick around for 5th edition rules, how many people are going to homebrew stuff on top of that, how many people are going to go with not 5.5, and how many people are going to potentially go with Paizo products, maybe Pathfinder, Starfinder, 2nd edition.
Some groups.
Anyway.
I think I might just write my own at this point. I have enough opinions.
Listen. That might also still be working. Anyway, with that, if that's something that you guys are interested in, come check us out at discord.gg/polyhedra. We've got a whole community. We've got a bunch of awesome GMs. Come check us out. Is there anything that you guys have in terms of nerd news that you want to share with the class?
BG3 is about to release patch 7, and it has official mod support.
Official mod support. Oh, so 4 official mods, or how does that work?
Like, they will have mods that they will be implementing into their own mod system to use with BG3 that they are supporting.
That's
so
awesome.
it works cohesively with the game.
Hell yeah. You know what I hope that they are going to release eventually still is I just want the GM mode in Baldur's Gate 3 that they had in Divinity Original.
Yeah. I don't think that's ever going to happen.
I don't think it will because WotC's trying to make money off of Sigil. That's all I can say to that.
Aren't they? They're doing something.
Instead of insisting on calling it Sigil.
They
No,
added
Matt Mercer, it's
BG3
Sigil.
tokens.
Sigil.
Well, the
They
thing,
added-
if you go back, it actually, in the original Planescape stuff, it said it's pronounced Sigil. And I'm like,
Really?
no, because giggle is spelled with 2 G's. And sigil is a word.
Okay. You want to practice? All right, let's do this. How do you spell B-E-A-R? How do you pronounce it? Sorry, that's what I should say.
We're not doing
Wait, are we getting into the
I'm
whole
not
English is
doing
fucky thing?
this.
Mm-hmm.
Bear?
Because you're right,
Let's get
English is
into how
fucky.
fucky
But
English
sigil's a
is,
word.
and how fucking hard it is to, and nothing makes sense in English, and that's fine.
Sigil's a
Brought to you
word,
by
and just
Not
because you
Deathwish.
it's not like Polish and Polish. Just because you capitalize it doesn't mean it's a different word.
How do you say isthmus? I hate that
Pretty much
fucking
like
word.
that.
I hate that fucking word.
What?
Isthmus.
Isthmus.
Like Panama. Panama's an
ISTHMUS.
isthmus. It's a
It's
narrow
like-
strip of land connecting 2 other pieces of land through water, like the country of Panama.
Okay, that's enough English for today. Fucking Jesus Christ.
Guys, I got out of class. I'm here to play D&D, not learn more.
All right, without any
Anyways,
further ado.
BG3, it's great. We're still playing it. They're gonna have mod
Yes,
support.
yes. Absolutely fantastic. All right, cool. Anything else from the rest of you guys? Be careful when you log into computers that are not in your home state anymore. You might run into
Oh, also,
trouble.
Rings of Power came out. The first
Oh,
3
yeah.
episodes came out last week. It's pretty good.
Sweet.
Legends of Vox Machina comes out next month. I
The
think
new
that's all I
Dragon
got.
Age game is gonna come out
No,
next
we don't
month.
care
Wait,
about.
what is it?
But, well, October 31st
What is
for
coming
the
out?
Dragon Age game.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But EA is also on the strike list right now. So if you're in support of strikes, don't buy the game.
I'm still gonna buy
Well,
the
we-
game, and being honest, it's
We only have 5
Fucking
sessions
great.
left though after this because then we get to 136, which is my guess. So we need to wrap it up, guys.
What did we say? Price is Right rules, right? How does that work again? You have to be at
Close
You have to
without going
be
over.
close. Yeah, close without going over.
without going over. Okay, so that'll be interesting. Damon, what was yours again?
Oh, I'm out of the
Is that
game.
out?
It was 129.
Ah,
Yeah, Damon and
Tyler
I
was
are
out
both
last
out.
week.
Yeah.
Jason's next with 132, and then it's me with 136, and then Clancy with 141, and Alex with that nice even 150.
even.
That's what it says next to it. It says 150 even. I don't know why.
I see that some people don't have DM inspiration, so I would love to hand it over to you all. Who would like to earn themselves a DM inspiration with a recap today?
Let's see. Where I'm trying to remember where last week started. Like, it kind of all blurs together at this point, the last, since we got to Themis, it's like, where were the breakpoints?
We were in the prison cube.
Yeah.
No.
It was before the trial.
Oh, yes. No. Last week was
right after
the beginning of the prison cube.
No, we had killed the Tarask. It was the prison cube had fallen, so we were like.
I mean, beginning as in we had just gotten there because all of that stuff happened in like a 5-minute period.
Yeah. Starts you off, David.
And
This is your recap.
Brissa was
Earn yourself
trying
that DM
to bring
inspiration, folks.
her dragon back to life.
Okay. We were the prison cube. We killed the Tarask. Great. Awesome.
Hey, well,
so then
we're still throwing we around like it's nothing.
Okay, Lyra
Lyra
pressed the button. Okay, so then we left the prison cube, and joke's on us, there were more prison cubes, and come to find out that one had been already released, which was the crab that we had fought, but 3 other creatures got released, and they're ugly, and they're big, and they're spooky, and they're all over.
Hold on.
Is it 3 or 4?
Well, you said they were ugly, and I have words.
Oh, that's right. The horned fiery demon one we were okay with.
And the tentacle one.
Tentacle.
The only one we didn't like was the billion-headed dragon one.
Yeah. Well, we have to leave one for Brissa. It's but the fire demon ended up in Lyra's.
No,
neck
it
of
it was the billion-headed dragon, wasn't it?
Okay, so the dragons where Lyra's family is. We found out the fire demon is in near Aresia, and then there was
a map, and I don't remember.
Yeah, then there's a tentacle guy as somewhere. But anyway, we have these 3 things to release. We also met up with Casaria, who we had kind of some words back and forth with her. She said she still had to go complete the ritual, and she left, and then we went through the portal, and we ended up in the Heartland, so we're across the continent from Brissa and Yanni. And then on the other side of the continent, Brissa brought Thylea back, so they were once again united, and then went on a murder spree, killing Medusas? Is that...
Yeah.
And then Yanni spent some time talking to Faith, who's a Medusa.
Good job.
And Faith wants to die, and Yanni's trying to say, you don't need to die. So that's kind of where we left that, because I think she's still alive.
Yeah, but she lost her dragon and her wife, and it hurts.
Yeah, she's going through some trauma. She's, she's really struggling right now, and Yanni's gonna talk her off that ledge. My friend.
And then Brissa's gonna kill her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Best way to deal with trauma is not have to deal with it anymore.
All right. Well, we have 2 sides of the coin here, so we'll see
what. The best way to deal with trauma was alcohol and anger. What are you talking about?
I mean, it's same thing.
Neither of those sound like great ways to deal with trauma.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was last generation. We're better now. Sorry, my bad.
I just cry. I just cry in my car on the way to work.
Yeah, so I think that's the bare bones recap of everything.
DM inspiration for Darian. Very well done.
Thank you.
Lyra, you killed a Tarask. That is achievement enough.
Yeah. Oh, also, we were gonna just stay on the pleasure barge, but then God reminded us that the Death Lord or whatever his fucking name is also
Ghost
on
Lord.
the pleasure barge, and we were like, never mind.
We backtracked.
All right. With that, then, we're picking back up on the smoldering city of the capital of Themis. As you stand within the ashes and ruins of the once proud city, most of it now destroyed, spells having flung back and forth, melted so hot the flagstones the marble edifices, the statues, most of which have been replacements anyway, originally featuring the heroines of the most proud, most accomplished, most terrifying of Amazons, having all been replaced by Medusas and other creatures of the curse that Moxena used to rise to power. The Medusas, as far as they've been able to be caught within the confines of the city, were rounded up and summarily executed. Brissa, Yanni. As the sun is at its highest point, baking down upon the Themian soil, at the bottom of the stairs, you see Faith, covered in blood, soot, and grime. She has taken off her breastplate, and you see the under armor there soaked through, mostly in sweat, partially in blood. In her hand, she holds one of the severed heads of the Medusas. Brissa, you look over to Yanni. Yanni, you look at Brissa as the Medusa is below you. The entire field before the palace is a slaughter field. Snake heads, corpses, armor and weapons, litter and glitter in the sun. You can feel the tension of the other Amazons, how they gingerly step around you too, particularly you, Brissa.
I guess I will look toward John and be like, there's no more reports left of any Medusas on the island that you've heard?
David,
As far
have I
as
heard
you
any
know,
reports?
all the Medusas have been slaughtered.
I haven't heard of any. I've had Yaraki flying around looking, and he hasn't reported hasn't reported anything. But I felt like I should use him at least once for something since I wanted him so bad. So, but you know, he can only cover so much ground, so there's always a chance. But as far as I know, there's none left. But Percy, you can't kill her.
I mean, why? She, number one, she asked for it.
Look. She wants to die because her wife and her dragon are dead, and she doesn't want to go on. But, do you really think that's what they would want for her? Like if you died and it didn't mean that Silo would die, because I know how that works in your case. But let's say it didn't, and if you died and Silo was going to be able to live, you wouldn't want her to go and kill herself to be with you, right? You'd want her to go on and... Ooh, I just got Clancy eyes. You'd want her to go on and live her life, right? Or like Acastus, or your son, or hopefully me. You know, I mean, like anybody, you know, who you love, you would not want them to join you in death, right?
You know, definitely Silo. I'd want her to continue living, you know. And my children, definitely. Castus, you know, I'm on the fence about him. You know,
wow,
but
okay. Well, we don't have
just
time for
kidding.
that right now, but we can put a pin in that for later. Like I was saying, we have this thing in Aresia called therapy. It's pretty handy. Anyway.
I also respect her choice, and she had to do something to become a Medusa. That is obviously like a curse that was broken, and oath that was broken, and obviously something evil at one point that turned her into Medusa. And so
breaking an oath isn't necessarily evil. Anyway,
It is
She's
up. It is up to Faith.
and I mean, like, I used to be a thief. I stole shit left and right for a long time. Does that mean I deserve to die? I changed. I only steal things now when it's literally like for the good of the world.
If you can convince Faith, I will
Faith,
spare her.
with an F. Faith.
Faith, that is what
You don't
I'm
even
saying.
know her
Faith.
name. God.
If you can convince the snakehead, then she is
Not
fine.
coming
So
up
now-
with the slur on the spot.
Not
Now we're
Medusa slurs.
Not the slur homebrew.
I'm playing too much
Now we're
Hogwarts
racist.
Legacy
Great.
now.
I will spare her if she can, but if she continues to ask for death, then I will grant it to her, and I will not deny her what she seeks.
Okay,
It is her choice.
that's the most I can ask from you. I'll take that as personal growth. Thank you.
All right, go talk to the snakehead.
Stop that. What the fuck did you just pick up?
I think it's Lilith. It looked like Lilith.
Well, if we're just picking up random things, here's a guitar.
Faith looks up at you. Sick.
Here's my thing. It's a mind flayer.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
So you
mine's
call
still in
him
my
Tentacle
box.
Head.
Squid
Perfectly
face.
well.
Yeah, there you go. See,
Funny you should say that. You should save that nickname for the creature we'll tell you about in like 12 hours.
They don't need. They
This
don't need to
shouldn't
know
have
that.
been- Sorry, Clancy, you go ahead.
I was just saying they don't need to know. That's all.
This shouldn't have been the light of Thylea. This is the squirrel of Thylea.
Mm-hmm.
As I use my prop for the head she's holding.
It's that way.
All right.
She's hot.
I would say wish me luck,
She
but
is kind of.
I don't think you necessarily want me to succeed. Anyway,
Andrew was a
Wander
good
over.
guy, really.
what's that?
I said Andrew was a good guy, really.
She
If
was
you think
a
about it
good
long
guy
run.
in the same way Thanos was a good guy. Oh, it's a Funko. That makes more sense.
So anyway, I'll walk over to Faith. You still want to die?
You ask that as she looks at the head. I do, Yanni.
And you want to die because you miss your wife and your dragon, and you want to join them?
Yes, I would like that very much.
You don't think there's good you can achieve, maybe in their names, by staying?
Is that not what I have done this day?
This was one day. There's more. There's always more. There's still Sidon's forces to be dealt with. There's the rest of this stupid fucking cult in Caesarea, who I used to call friend.
Kisari is someone that I would enjoy killing. Her and Moxena both
But-
did this.
But here's, and even when those are gone, there's always gonna be a need for good people in this place. But
What makes
look,
you think
look,
I'm a good person, Yanni?
because you know who the bad guys are.
Do I?
I mean, I guess everybody's the hero of their own story and all that, but you like, you recognize, maybe I'm misreading this. Maybe it's all just selfish on your part and you wanted to take out the people who fucked up your life. which I also respect, by the way. But I don't know. I get a read on you that maybe whatever cursed you changed something fundamentally, but we have access to pretty powerful magic. We have a good chance of removing your curse before it makes you a true monster. And I feel like regardless of what triggered the curse, maybe that was the worst day of your life. That was when you made the biggest mistake.
Yanni?
But you seem like a person of honor.
Perhaps that was true. Once upon a time. But Yanni, do you believe in soulmates?
I mean, I've heard the term thrown around. I read a treatise one time that described me pretty well. I'm what you would call asexual aromantic. Like, that stuff just doesn't make sense to me on any level.
Fair enough.
But the concept seems sound. It makes sense. Like, I think Brissa's soulmate is her dragon. As weird as that might sound. I think Daphne might have found hers with Hephaestus. I think Darian's not in a place to look for one yet. She's just enjoying the ride. But, you know, and Lyra's into polycules. So, a little different story there. But I've seen enough to think it's a real thing, yeah. I think the trick is finding them. And I think you lost yours, and that sucks.
Both of them, Yanni. Both of them.
But what do you think they would want you to do? Do you think they would want you to just end it all? Or do you think they would want you to carry on and find a purpose, if not joy?
I think Melanie would tell me to stop moping and get out there.
Was that your wife or your dragon? I'm sorry, I don't know the names.
You know, it's fate played a cruel trick on me. My dragon's name is Melgrim. Was Melgrim. My wife's name was Melanie. I always like to say that I love my Mel. Leaving them to guess which one it was.
That's confusing.
It
I
was
apologize in
very
advance if I
confusing.
get that wrong.
No, that's quite alright. But yeah, to answer your question, I think both of them would probably say that I should live a life. I should try to rid myself of this curse if I can. And Yanni, you're right. You are right. I know that, but you see, I've thought about this, and even if you remove these things, and she like takes one of the snakes and kind of looks it in the eyes, and then flicks it away. The creature kind of hisses as it goes away from her face. Even if you make me look the way that I guess I should. The inside is still going to be that of a monster, Yanni. And I don't really have a cure for that without not being the person that I became. Are you going to take my memories too? Are you going to...
I literally could if you wanted me to, but I don't want to do that. At the very least, I couldn't do it until tomorrow, so, you know, you'll have time to decide. But I don't recommend it.
I don't want that, Yanni, but thank you for offering. I appreciate it.
But I did read, I read once about a wizard named Garion who was very good at manipulating people's memories. Almost abusively.
Seems like he would get himself into trouble, that Garion.
Yeah. The story didn't, like whoever was chronicling it didn't finish writing it down, so I don't know how things ended for him, but
Well, they should probably get to writing.
I think it might have been like an early volume of an autobiography or something, but it was just some scrolls that we had. It was incomplete.
Well,
But
he
it kind of read like an autobiography.
must have finally had his actions catch up to him then. Maybe he never got to finish the
Maybe.
book.
Yeah, who knows? But I'm rambling. Which is partly because I'm trying to distract you. But
It is welcome.
can I, if you don't want to tell me, I understand, but can I ask why you think you're a monster?
Still holding the head, she just kind of holds it up, kisses the head on the forehead, and lets it drop as it lands against another head. And she looks out upon the field of dead Medusas. Because I killed each one of these. Yanni. Some of these were my sisters. Not in a biological sense, but deeper. Our souls were almost as bonded as that of Mel and myself. Yanni, I trained some of these women. I bedded some of them. And when I killed them, I felt nothing. Nothing but satisfaction. I felt a thrill to finally get my vengeance. And Yanni, for what they did, I would want to have them resurrected and raised again, so I could do it over and over and over again. I am not a good person, Yanni. I was a good warrior. I was an okay wife. And maybe I could have been a good rider. But
So,
fate decided to...
Were you never fully bonded to your dragon since you're still alive and she's not?
I was not. I spearheaded an effort to rescue Dragon Eggs from the Nether Sea, from the barge of Hypnos, out from underneath Lutheria's grasp. Lutheria, who for a while had raised me. I knew of the location, the number of Dragon Eggs, and I rescued them.
Lutheria raised you?
For a while. She demanded tribute, and Moxena and her sisters, my mother included, gave me away at a young age to be trained upon the barge.
So Lutheria made my life hell from birth. So I can only imagine what she did to you if she had direct influence on you, because with me it was really just one thing early on, and then a bit more after we started this whole Light of Thylea thing, but
She was curious about my curse, how it ran in my blood. My entire
You were
line
cursed
being
from birth?
cursed for what we did to the bloodline. She said that I was special, different. That despite my lingering curse, I resisted. She was fascinated with it. She used experiments on me, Yanni, to see how well I could resist charm effects, domination. She made me kill many under her thrall to see how well I could fight against it. She is obsessed with it, with me. And killing for her, resisting the charm and still doing it on my own volition. It made my life easier, Yanni. And so that is what I did.
Well, being raised by a batshit crazy titan is a pretty good reason for things to be difficult in your past, for sure. But it sounds like you understand where everything went wrong.
No, of course, Yanni. I'm not stupid.
And
I'm not going to pretend to myself that what happened didn't happen.
but here's the thing. You have an opportunity at a second chance here. Just because you might have done monstrous things in the past doesn't mean you have to going forward.
But I still have to live with the monster that did those things. And no, I don't want
You
my
know,
memory
forgiveness
of it.
isn't just for other people. You can forgive yourself too. People say forgive and forget. Nobody forgets. But the whole thing about forgiveness is you're letting it go. It's for you. It's not for the other person. You're letting it go. It just there are more important things going forward than holding on to the past. It's that simple. And it cost me a lot of money to figure that out over the years. But anyway.
That's simple.
I used to be a street thief. I would pickpocket people who were still poor by any stretch of the imagination. But compared to me, they were rich. And I'd take whatever I could get out of their pockets. It was how I survived. Later, I got a little more brazen and started trying to get into some of the, actual wealthy people's homes and take things. It's only dumb luck that I never got caught. I came close a couple times.
It wasn't just that. I remember, actually. I remember you. No, I remember her speaking about you. I remember her sending ill tidings your way to torture you. Do you remember that orphanage that used to let you sleep at least a few days out of the week in it? And how suddenly the beds were all taken away? That was her priestess.
Yeah, I do.
I remember her laughing when that happened. But 3 years ago, I also remember her being in a livid rage that her stepdaughter, Versi, had pronounced you to be one of the oracle's chosen, the prophesied heroes.
Apparently that whole thing was Sidon's manipulations anyway, but
What do you mean?
nobody knew that at the time.
I don't know that.
He manipulated Lutheria with, he basically drugged her for years, and that's what made her crazy. I mean, she might have had a little bit of that naturally, but it definitely didn't help. But he also manipulated Versi into some of her predictions just to manipulate the way things happened to his benefit, or to how he perceived things as a benefit. But can I ask you something? If you're aware of what was going on with me as a kid, do you know what happened to Xenia? She was the only person that really showed me any kindness, and she just disappeared one day. I never saw her again.
Yanni, are you sure you want to know?
Yeah. I've already mourned her at this point. I assume something bad happened.
There was a nymph. I think her name was Demetria. She
Yeah.
hated.
That's Mercy's sister.
Oh, that makes more sense. I didn't know that.
Yeah, apparently
She-
Sidon couldn't keep it in his pants.
She came to Lutheria, and she begged for a way to strike back at the mortals who had taken her sister from her.
Mm.
So they had another sister. Funny how fate creates triplets.
I guess.
In any case,
Yeah, her other sister's now in a boat.
yes. That
Which is
makes
really
sense.
weird.
Where is that boat?
I'm not sure at the moment. But it's been ours for like 3.5, 4 years. But after what was going on out in the...
So it was
Or-
the Ultros.
Yeah,
I see now. It makes more sense. No wonder she hated humans so much. Mortals.
I mean, to be fair, I've become not a big fan of a lot of them either myself, but I think most of them are still good. Or
Yeah.
at least, trying to not be bad.
In any case, sorry I'm being pedantic. She asked for a way to strike back, and Lutheria gave her a recipe. A way with which to turn mortals into creatures of hunger and destruction. She gave a recipe to create meals that would create maniacs.
Yeah, I've seen the side effects of that. So Xenia was one of her victims. She deserved better. Is she still, to your knowledge, alive as a Maenad, or...
I'm sorry I could not tell you that.
Well, I'll have to worry about that some other time. But, just because you've done shitty stuff in the past doesn't mean you have to keep doing shitty stuff in the future. Like, I mean, if I had honestly thought Xenia was dead, I could have decided to end it to join her. But what would that have accomplished?
You could just leave.
She was the closest thing I had to a mother. And she was only like 12 when she started taking care of me.
I'm sorry, Yanni. I really am.
Just consider it. Don't be hasty with your desire to give everything up.
Oh, Yanni, there are very few things you know about me. If you don't know that I'm not hasty, I Mel would always try to ease my temper. She always did. But I will think on your words, Yanni.
Yeah, consider embracing what she wanted you to, how she wanted you to better yourself, because that's what that is. That's a desire for her
That list was a long
to see you
one.
overcome your shortcomings.
There are many things that she wanted me to be better about. I wanted to be better about as well, to be fair, but
Yeah. Usually the ones that love us, you know, they want to see us be our best selves.
but I'll never be my best self without her now.
But you still have her. Just not physically. She's still in your heart, in your mind. You just talked about how she would counsel you on things. I mean, those messages are still there. They're still a part of who you are. And you obviously knew her well, so you can pretty easily infer what she would tell you in a new situation based on how she handled old situations. She's a part of you. She has already changed and shaped you.
Yanni, even
Don't forget that.
that I take your words to heart. She looks over her shoulder and up towards where Brissa is. If I were her, I would not let myself live. She will never trust me. And I don't blame her, Yanni.
I already convinced her, and she is, at least in our history, her word is good. I already got her to agree that if you decide you don't want to die, she will not kill you.
Right, she's going to have her rock riders do it instead. We know how
I don't think so.
she works.
I don't think so. Not unless you give her a reason to.
I think my
'Cause
entire nation has.
She doesn't want to have to explain that to me. Not that I have any real power over her, but I'd like to think she doesn't want to disappoint me at the very least.
Real dad move, Yanni.
I could also turn her into a banana slug. There is
Slightly less dad move. More like
Yeah.
demon move.
Oh, you know about him? He's kind of a
Yes.
dick.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. He told me not to send him any more sendings. Like it was an inconvenience.
You should send him a
or
sending.
something. Yeah, as soon as I get some juice back, I just might.
Just
but
tell
I'm pretty
him.
tapped right now.
Tell him that he was a really shit father. I saw his daughter die in Lutheria's care, so
Wait, he had a. I didn't know he had kids.
he did.
Huh.
One had imperative word.
Well, I mean, he's a lich that's hundreds of years undead at this point, so I assumed, unless he had a child that followed suit.
Oh no.
But
He had a child with Thylea.
okay, that's
Right?
yeah. Kaboom. I might have to ask Chelsea about that because I don't think he'll talk to me about it.
I doubt he would. I mean, he gave her up when Esther demanded that she leave because she showed Titanic signs. Well, out she went.
Wow.
Exiled her. Lutheria scooped her up.
At least as far as I know, my parents didn't know what happened to me. I can't imagine a parent just giving up their child. I mean, Brissa kind of did for a little while there, but she got back on track.
Did Brissa hear that? Cause
Roll me a perception check. If it was a 15 or better, you did.
Ha
you're very lucky, Lily.
I am guilt free. No, I mean that's a bad joke.
Yeah.
It was more a case of she couldn't spend the time with her daughter that she wanted to because she was too busy fighting for everybody else, and Sidon basically stole her son. And now her daughter's dead, but she has her son back.
Yeah.
I hope
Thank
we
you
can
for killing him, by the
bring
way.
her daughter.
Sidon, that is.
It needed to happen.
Did.
It absolutely needed to happen. It was thousands of years overdue.
Sometimes the old thing needs to die so that the new thing can grow, wouldn't you agree? She gives you a little smile as she says that.
I mean, yeah. I'm still not sure what the new thing is this time around. We're still working on that.
Well, for Themis at least, it's a brighter future. And her Darien and her mother. Speaking of, and as she turns to ask you if you have heard anything from Darien, we switch over to a very different part as we travel to the far east of Thylea. And because it's a good break point, and totally not because I have to run to the bathroom, let's take a quick break. See you guys shortly. And with that, we are back, everyone. Hi, welcome back. We're going to pick back up with our Fate mommies, who are now a far distance away. Many hundreds, if not thousands of miles away from the action that is currently happening in Themis, where a short ace king is trying desperately to, what is it called? Persuade a
He
Medusa not
stopped
to...
that real quick. He's
I know
paused the
that
game real quick when he saw you moving your token.
It's just not right if Lyra's not in the middle. It's not right.
With that, I need
Oh.
to...
I'd say, but
Okay, Darian, you move over.
What's happening?
I don't know what the grid on this fucking map is.
can I get demon inspiration for staying the fuck put? Like, oh wait, no, I already have a demon inspiration. Never mind.
You get even more. Here you go.
Yeah,
We fell out of the portal, hit our heads, and now we're feeling back to like ourselves. We just had to get up, deal with the concussion.
Short-term amnesia for the next
It is-
8 hours.
It's just ignoring the consequences of your actions. I feel it.
Yeah.
You suddenly appear maybe a mile or so off of the ground. As you look around, and there are massive fields, steppes, and tundra that expand before you. You can see massive migratory herds of both some types of herbivores. There seems to be a herd of elephants far off in the distance. And you also can spot what looks like hundreds of different centaurs in multitudes of tribes bustling about. You see pitched tents and yurts where the centaurs reside. And you realize that if this Tarask had been able to be summoned, it would have plopped right into all of this and begin ripping the people apart.
David
Clancy?
was so forever ago after the 3-year break, or technically I guess during that time, Daphne did help.
Yep, sorry.
Daphne did help work with a centaur tribe. I can't remember exactly which one off the top of my head. I know they're a little nomadic. Is this potentially them?
The ones that you worked with were much closer to Astoria, specifically over yonder. So they're kind of like located in that valley right by the necropolis.
Yonder's
I was
its own
hoping they had
island.
just moved.
God damn
It's
it!
that way.
No, it's hither. It's over hither.
God. No, I can't.
I'll let that one go.
I can't deal with Wild Beyond the Witchlight right now, please.
Too many flashbacks.
Honestly, I feel like we could use a carnival right now. if I'm
No.
being honest.
No,
Mhm.
nope. No, thank you. Already enough claps here.
Candy.
But I would say that you picked up enough knowledge that you can ask me some general questions, and I would answer you about centaurs in general.
Well,
How do they put their pants on?
Trick question: they don't. They don't want to.
So they just is naked.
In fact, if they're only amongst other centaurs, yes, sometimes they will have essentially loins that they wear. I'm just like, you know.
Mhm. A long time ago. It could have also been a weekend game, I don't remember. But there was a time where there were centaurs outside of the city. Was that when we also went to the city?
Yes. So you were You were in Astoria, and there were a bunch of centaurs, thousands upon thousands that had gathered here. It was that Sidon had collected a bunch of them under, well, Gaius technically did in Sidon's name, and well, Lyra had decided to fly right in the midst of all of them, and got caught, and then got Kyra killed because of that. Yes. So good job bringing that back up. You know what? Demon inspiration for bringing that back up.
Well, I have one. So, Lyra, do you want?
No. That's not how re-traumatizing people works. We don't do that here.
Okay.
I don't need it anyways.
Okay. So, looking at this collection of centaurs, because I've seen what like a leader of the centaurs look like, do I see one like in this group, where one might be the leader of this tribe or of this group?
I don't think you would necessarily have enough knowledge about that. I'll let you make me a perception check for something different, though.
Okay.
You find a stray minotaur in a sea of centaurs.
You know, you need to make it like a DC 35 if you want there to be a reasonable chance that she doesn't get it, right?
I mean, that's pretty low for me. That was only a 23.
You look around.
With advantage.
You look around, and you do see a couple of the tribes seem to have larger clusters. You also see that there seem to be, far off in the distance, kind of like upon the shoreline itself, there seem to be some structures that are built upon the coastal line. So there are cities. They're more like townships at most, compared to things like metros or, what have you. As you're having these thoughts, as Daphne, you kind of consider the centaurs below you, Lyra.
Oh.
There's a musk that suddenly fills your nostrils.
We're like a mile up, you said. That's some strong musk.
Of sandalwood and horsehair. Of beaten leather. And just a hint of something stronger. A spice. Sharp. And then suddenly...
Is there a Barry White song playing in the background?
I don't remember who
There's
smells
always a Barry
like
White
this.
song playing when this happens. Suddenly behind you, you can feel his presence before you even have to turn around. Floating next to you,
Oh, that makes more sense.
in the air, curled horns, dreadlocks tied in a perfect bun in the back. You see his almost elven-like ears, the whites of his eyes as he looks upon you. The piercing through his bottom lid shifts as he smiles at you.
Called a labrae. It's called a labrae piercing.
Thank you. As the three of you kind of turn towards that, he seems to step back in midair and does a deep bow. I see that the three of you have ascended on the planned timeline, my dear. Daphne, Darian.
I elbow Lyra, and I'm like, that's your boyfriend.
I don't
No, we
know
don't.
what he's
We
doing
don't
right now.
go by these terms.
That's right. Labels are for losers. She told me that. That's right.
Fuck buddy.
Yeah.
No. It's more than that.
Well,
Fuck best friends. No.
I can't think of anything else.
with a smirk kind of deepening, he goes, "I apologize, but I do not engage in that with clients. And as the inheritor of her soul contract, you are now my employer."
Oh, is he breaking up with you?
Is he saying we can't fuck anymore?
I
That is
think you're his
precisely what
boss
he's
now.
saying. And she
Ooh.
is, to a certain extent.
Well, technically I'm also HR, so...
No, HR is back in Hades. And so are your troops.
The who?
The troops that Desdemona has been acquiring over the centuries. She told me to arrive, as I did. She has bequeathed upon you, the new head of the Fates, 10,000 Yugoloth troops. One in exchange for each soul that was sacrificed at the pool upon the island of the Fates.
We did some of that. Oh, I don't think either of you were there for that.
We'll come back to that.
What's a what? What?
Yugoloth.
A you? Uh-huh.
Your world is lax with the intricacies and differences between the different fiendish types of creature. A Yugoloth is what I am, my dear.
Oh. So there's 10,000 of you, some?
Currently training in Hades, ready for your command. You say the word, and we shall deploy. You fought some of them before.
Was that the last time that we killed stuff in the pool?
Out of above table. So remember when you guys met Pascal for the first time?
Right, and he summoned stuff for us to fight, but it was 3 different things.
Mm-hmm. It was.
But I don't remember what they were.
As a Mesoloth, there was a... Oh, man, I forget the terms for the other two, but yeah. Now looking back upon it, weird other type of fiendish creature you've never seen before and never seen since.
Yeah, and then he gave us the metal thing that we needed. That was so long ago.
It's like at least 100 episodes.
It was at least 3 years ago. Like, in the game.
Mm-hmm. Almost 3 years later. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I know, right? I didn't want to say it. Okay, that's cool and good to know. We need to not be here.
Yeah.
And we don't have a way to fix that right now.
I could be of aid with this.
Okay, before we do anything, though, how
Yes,
much...
You're right. There's actually something else that I was supposed to give you. Where did I? He kind of like starts going around his toga as he's like, there we go. And he pulls up a little satchel. As he kind of like pulls it apart, he reaches into it and his arm just disappears down into the satchel. Where stop it, stupid beast. No, bat. And he pulls
Back
out
away.
a cat.
Oh my god!
What appears to be a midnight black kitten, except its forepaws are the claws of a crow, and indeed it also has these incandescent, almost like purple and like teal colored wings that kind of spread out. You can see the derpiest little boopable nose in the middle of it all, and these massive yellow eyes that just kind of look around. It's just like holding on to Pascal's finger, and like the claws going into his hand. He's like, you are lucky that you are what you are. The cat like stops mid-chew, the little teeth kind of like digging into his flesh, drawing a little bit of a blood as it kind of looks at you, and the eyes just kind of go wide, Lyra.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Pascal. You're giving me mixed signals because you showed up out of nowhere, told me we couldn't fuck anymore, and now you're giving me a pet?
It is not my pet, and I guess technically... Ow! Stop it! And he kind of like scruffs the cat. As he kind of like goes like a little bit of paralysis with the wings kind of out. She used to belong to your forebear. Here. She was very particular that you received this familiar.
I hold out my hair?
And the little snoot just goes, and the little tail starts.
All right, well, it can obviously fly, so I don't have to carry her.
She's quite self-sufficient. You'll feel. Stop. Yeah, just go. As he kind of like kicks, like throws her out. Skia just kind of goes wide as she kind of like starts circling. As she keeps circling, she looks at all of you, and Darian, as your intense eyes meet hers, it's like her eyes just go wide. It's like full on kitty cat killer mode. It's just like looking at you with the pupils completely dilated. And then kind of goes by Daphne, sniffs, and you can see her kind of like get a little bit closer and kind of like bumps up against your shoulder, Daphne, but then she kind of circles above you, Lyra, and then kind of lands on your shoulders, and just the claws, the foreclaws especially, to kind of dig into you like, ah! As the cat kind of looks at you as you look up towards her, and then she just headbutts you, and then kind of like starts to rub against your horns.
I'm having second thoughts about this cat.
He gave a
The cat-
look at Daphne and I.
Kind of pulls back and cocks his head to the side.
You headbutt me.
That's what cats do.
He gave a cat to
You see
someone
the little
who's
claw
half
point
bird.
at Daphne. Meow, meow, meow. And she kind of like rights herself a little bit, like straightens out her back and seems to kind of like become almost regal as she nods in Daphne's direction. Meow.
Have you never had a cat before?
Are you pretending to be Daphne right now?
No, she's clearly
She
agreeing
kind of
with
like
me.
puts up her claws, almost like she's clutching her pearls. Meow.
Okay, well, you don't have to be rude about it.
No, she's a very smart cat.
I love her.
Of course you love her now that she's being snarky.
Yeah.
So happy for you.
But I feel like we've lost focus. Pascal,
Skia puts her up.
Why are you
her little
giving me a
clawed paw,
cat?
just goes, meow, meow. Almost as if to indicate that Pascal may continue.
Oh.
I'm
Oh,
glad I don't
okay.
have to take
She's
care
the
of you
leader.
anymore. Anyway, where was I? Ah, yes, your troops. 10,000 Eagolots, bred over centuries, trained, and ready to go. Desdemona struck a deal with us very long ago. She has exchanged souls, which have been trained to be Eagoloths. They will, as they die upon this realm, return to Hades and are free to contract in the future. My army.
well, that's not too bad, I guess. If they just go back when they die, that's.
Indeed.
They can. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, okay. Can they appear anywhere, or is there something special we need to do to summon them?
I simply have to be in the vicinity. They listen to my command. And I listen to you. He looks at you, Lara.
Don't look at me.
He just cocks an eyebrow and smiles. Are you really that upset that we can't be an item anymore? I will miss you.
She's had a really rough day. You can't break up with her today.
Yeah,
It's been
honestly,
really rough.
Cruel.
Still
I
together.
would have preferred you just did this over ascending.
I'm not the type of man to do that.
Can you get us back to Themis?
I can.
Will you get us back to Themis?
There she is. I can do this. I usually charge for such services.
Well, you work for me, so I'm paying you, so.
You have paid me nothing. Your forebear, however, has finished the contract. And because you have given yourself to me before, I suppose there's a lingering appreciation of who you are.
I feel like that was a very long-winded way of saying, yes, you'll take us back to Thebes.
Is that where you would like to release our troops?
No.
Does the Mona make me aware of the beasts that slumbered within the cubes? I naturally have already dispatched scouting troops to keep an eye on them, to track them, so that you may better direct the troops in the direction. We can discuss this. Perhaps over dinner.
As if.
But like Lyra, I whisper in her ear.
I'm not talking about this right now.
Lyra, it might not be a bad idea to help out with your home. To protect them. Be mad after the war. Be mad after we killed the Titan.
There's
Or the
never
kaiju.
been an after the war. In every single war that we've been in so far, it just starts another war.
Okay. Well, let's get to Brissa and Yanni before they go through the portal. And then we're in a really vicious cycle.
Okay. We're not having dinner. But we probably should talk about what to do with the troops.
Very well. I did get your favorite, though. I'll be ashamed. I'll give
I
it to the
don't even
scouts.
think you know what my favorite food is.
He just smiles at you. Of course. Lyra.
So sunflower seeds, right?
It's bird food. Everyone knows that.
It is seed. That's correct.
Oh my god, I can't.
What if I just kill myself right now?
That would be unfortunate.
Not allowed.
Okay, do you rough estimate how many troops you think could at least hold off one of these beasts?
That depends on the beast. I do not know much about them. We are studying them now.
Okay, I think the most important one was a dragon, but it had like 100 heads.
Yes, the Ladon.
So like the what now?
The Ladon. That is what Desdemona called it.
Yeah. How many troops would we need to keep that one at bay?
As many as there are heads, times 100, perhaps.
Okay, well, I didn't get the chance to count as it was dropping into a portal. So,
Indeed. We are doing that now. The more troops, the better. We can, of course, split them equally across all three of these titanic monsters. That will be your call.
no. I think time to just constantly be selfish and not care about what other people think. So,
Indeed.
send send 6,000 to the Mithra Mountains.
Your wish is my command.
And
Would you
then
like to go to Themis first? Before I sent them off? Or would you like to come with me? And watch the beasts yourself?
No. Oh no. That's fine. You could take us to Themis first. But yeah, I think 6,000 to the Mithra Mountains and then 2,000 to the remaining 2 beasts each.
Understood, Lyra. Would you like me to send them off first? Or send you off
Yeah.
first?
Well, how long will that take? How long will we be stuck here if you do the troops first?
How fast can you travel on those beautiful wings of yours?
Like, if we had to put a measurement to it, I believe 60 feet in like 6 seconds.
Technically, if we dash, it's 120.
You're right. 120 feet.
That is quite fast, but also quite slow compared to my method. If you two would take each other's hands. Kind of looks towards Darian and Daphne. He
And
grasps
also
your
me.
hand, Darian, and then holds out his hand for you, Lyra.
Do you want me to take his
Skia
hand?
just kind of
It's
like
okay.
interrupts and kind of grasps his hand.
Meh.
I love the familiar already.
I know.
As
She's gonna
with-
fit in so well.
As with that, there's a flash. And you find yourselves suddenly upon the steps of Themis. Immediately, the Amazons kind of put up their weapons as like. You see as Faith kind of whirls the glaive around and points it towards you. Incursion!
Yanni goes, wait there, friends!
Not
The
another
Amazons kinda
Medusa.
go. There's like one shotgun that flies towards as Pascal just lazily waves his hand and a magical shield just kind of throws it away. Bursa, Yanni, suddenly the Fates, as well as Pascal, appear upon the steps, and a little cat with black feathery wings sits regally atop Lyra's shoulder. Meow, meow, meow. Meow.
New friend? Old friend? New friend. Tell me the cat's not a fuck buddy like the old friend.
Well, technically, it's
Oh.
it's new friend, old acquaintance.
They
That was
broke
not
up.
really a friend either, pointing at Faith.
Is Scylla there? I'm assuming Scylla's with us, with all of
Silas
them.
there as well.
Darian will fly forward and give Scylla a hug because she's up and she's alive, and
Same.
I was worried about her.
Well, hold on. Did we just show up in the middle of a fight? Do we need to
No.
kill this Medusa too? Because
Don't give her any more ideas. No.
I like her, Yanni. I think you and I will get along. My name is Faith, and I'm the one who killed these. And she uses the glaive to kind of like.
I'm
point
sorry,
at all the corpses.
Faith? Did you say Faith? Your name was one more time? Faith?
Faith.
No, she just has an accent. It's Faith with an F.
Got it.
2 F's.
Got it.
Some people from the origin of the word might call it Fafe, but we're calling it Faith. Don't worry about it.
Got it.
Was that a dig at
And-
Ryan?
And we don't have to kill you?
Oh no, you do. She gives like
She wants
a
to
smiling
die.
glance at Yanni.
Feel like we missed a lot, and we did a lot when we went through that portal.
So much happened when we were gone, and I feel like this is the most confusing part of all of it.
Yeah.
Oh, it gets worse.
Oh,
Who's the
trust me,
tiefling
it
with you?
does.
Who's the tiefling with you? Faith kind of looks like my name is Pascal.
He
I'm
is
a
my
servant
employee.
of Laros.
They used to bang, but I guess they don't anymore.
You don't know that.
Well, no, because Elena was
I
like,
said
they
they broke
broke
up.
up.
I said
You
they
don't
broke
know
up.
that. Oh, you did say that? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Darian
said
did
that.
say that.
I said they broke up.
Well, for one,
I mean,
never
I'm-
Probably
saw
said it in the
Wait.
rings.
never saw the appeal of men anyway. So
Same.
she gives you
Okay,
a smile.
Well-
first, what? Okay, why are we cool with the Medusa now? What, Brissa?
Oh, no,
Yanni?
she said she's going to die. Like, don't worry. She said she wants to die, so it's okay. Like,
She's reconsidering, or at least she told me she was.
Why are people talking about me while I'm still here?
Hey, welcome to the party. Glad you could make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of what they do.
Yeah.
I see. You look different, my queen.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
As
exhausted.
she, you suddenly realize that Faith realizes who you are, and she goes, and she immediately goes to a knee and salutes towards you.
I sit up a little bit straighter, now realizing she knows who I am.
I'm sorry, my queen. I wasn't aware that I was in presence of royalty. I have requested of Queen Brissa that she take my life for the curse that I carry, for the family into which I was born. Darian, roll me a perception check as you hear that voice.
Okay. Oh. 32.
It has aged quite a bit. You're no longer both children, but you remember a young version of this voice.
You guys were besties?
Before your cell was permanently silenced, she would come and talk to you. A girl you never got to see, but only hear. After the silence was cast on you, she would leave books behind for Andrea to pick up and bring back. A pen pal of sorts that would keep you appraised of the things that were happening in Themis.
It's
I think recognizing the voice, Darian will kind of let her guard down a little bit. Say, the last I knew of you, you were a friend. What has changed? Why is it that the little girl I was friends with now wants to die?
She looks up towards you. Permission to speak, my queen.
Yeah, oh,
I apologize.
Yes.
I know it was implied, but it has been a long time since the queen that actually wanted to bow towards addressed me. Because I failed you. You were the true crown princess, and my mother and her sisters killed your mother and put you in a prison. Because I could not get you out of that prison. Because all I could do was send you stupid books. And then, when I finally mustered the courage to do anything, I was caught and I was sent off to Lutheria. Because I failed my family's vow to you. I deserve to die, my queen.
I see.
Do you agree?
Well, no, I think that's the biggest load of bullshit I've ever heard. If you want to serve me and if you want to make up for your failings to me, then you'll live. And you will serve me for the rest of your life. Because if there's one thing that you have the opportunity to do, it's to bring honor back to your family's name. But instead, you're sitting here looking for the easy way out because things got hard. Because of something someone else did, a decision they made. Change your life, Faith. Be someone to be proud of. Be proud of yourself. But don't stand here and tell me that the best thing for me is you dead. So, if you want to die, no, you're not doing it for me. You're not doing it to absolve yourself. You're doing it so you feel better.
I admit the truth of that statement, my queen. I want to be with my wife again, with my dragon. I would be a broken mess for the rest of my life. A broken tool, a chipped sword. Is that really what you want in your armory? At your side? Someone who is broken. Someone who's the monster. Whose actual line is responsible for everything bad that happened to you.
The person who's responsible for what happened to me, I'm wearing them. And I killed the one today.
Okay, that's pretty brutal. I like that.
Yeah. I don't want you to be broken, Faith, but every single person here has experienced loss. If you don't want to live because of that loss, I can't stop you from what you'll do, but I will not allow you to put anyone here in charge of your death.
Yes, my queen. And I apologize, my queen. I did not mean to make this a, how did the young Amazons call it, a pity party for me. I wanted this to be a symbolic gesture. Something to give to Queen Brissa for the harm that those that have the same curse as I committed to her people, to her. I wanted to show future Amazon the consequences of going against your family. I killed the other ones that we could get responsible for this. And I should not go free, unpunished.
Well, then your punishment is to live. That's your punishment.
If that is what you command me to do, my queen, then I will do this.
That is my command.
She again gets on a knee. Long live your line. She gets up. You, and you. You are now going to be on bodyguard duty. Do not let her out of your eyes. If anything happens to her, as much as one of her hairs or a horn is getting damaged, I will personally see that you are going to be punished. Is that understood? The three Amazons go, yes, Faith. And give her some space. She's a badass. You're just there to make sure that she knows when something is coming. Do you understand?
Faith.
Yes, my queen.
My mother.
She has been severely wounded. Some kind of lingering necrotic wound, but some of our best healers
Where did she go?
are currently looking after her.
Okay.
I can take you there myself if you'd like to.
After this meeting, I would like to go see her, but there are things that, unfortunately, we must discuss before I can see her.
I will ensure that you have privacy. Everyone, build a perimeter around the remains of the palace. Ensure that they have silence. My queen. My, oh my.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
She's really
did
good
you
at
see that?
ordering people around.
Yeah, and me and her and Daphne, we were gonna have a three-way, and I was gonna invite you, but now you're uninvited.
Hold on.
That is according to my terms as well. Is magical scrying still forbidden?
Yes.
Too bad.
Only fates? I'm just kidding.
That sounds like an expensive subscription.
Oh,
can't believe how much time I spent trying to convince her to not want to die, and then Daphne just, or Darian rather.
Yanni, you set the like where she thought about it, and then sometimes people just need to be told what to do. And in this case, I think that's what Faith needed.
I think
Brissa probably would have whacked her before you got back if I hadn't. So I guess there's that.
as Darian says the bit about people just need to be told what to do, Pascal leads into you. Lara's just like, you might want to get her some tall mid-calf leather boots or something. Just saying.
But she also just recently went through a breakup, so.
It's good to be violent, isn't it?
And didn't I tell you what to do already?
Yes.
Whew.
And he disappears.
Is it just
Are you
the
doing okay?
yeah? Is it just the light now? It's just the light now.
Yes.
Do you want to tell them? I look at Daphne and Lyra.
No, Yanni, you first. What happened?
What happened with what? Brissa brought the kid back, the dragon, Thylea, and was all set to kill Faith, but I bought enough time for Darian to make sure that didn't happen. That's pretty much what happened. What happened for you?
I did murder everyone else on the island, like
Everyone?
Medusa-wise.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. I'm glad you clarified.
Just show you a bag of snake heads that she has that she collected from each one.
I, on the other hand, took a light nap, but
Okay, but what's going on with the undead? Are they what's?
Oh, they're in control as well. But
Okay.
that's behind
Okay,
Well,
so
So
That's
what
the
happened
good
with
news.
us is and
start with the
I will
good. Start with
just
the good. Start
I'll
with the
just
good.
toss Yanni's dagger in front of him.
Oh.
Good news sandwich.
Shing, as it kind of comes to a stop right before you.
so that's where the portal went.
Oh, we're gonna do a good news sandwich, okay?
Okay. Yes. Good news sandwich. Good news sandwich.
We
But
got
just-
the dagger.
Just so there's no
Daphne,
confusion.
Lara, Darian.
Is
No, I'm just kidding.
she dead?
No.
No.
Oh,
Why wouldn't
how
you
do I feel
kill
about
her? She's like
like part of me
obviously
wants
trying to kill us.
See, Darian,
I gave Daphne the opportunity to hit her, and she didn't do it.
I wanted to, but then somebody stopped me. And made me apologize to her on top of that.
Look, guys, this is not how you start a good news sandwich.
So I guess we're all under the same agreement that anything that Kasari now does is now on your guys' shoulders. All right, cool. We're agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So any people she kills, if she goes and kills 1,000 people, right? It's you guys can divide it equally upon
Yep.
your
Yes,
shoulders.
but I want to clarify. It was only after she gave us the dagger that we're the reason things happened. What she did prior to us getting the dagger, not our fault. I'm just gonna put that out there now.
I don't know how to start this good news sandwich.
Okay, good news sandwich.
Well,
We
the
got
good
your
news is I
dagger
finally
back.
got my dagger back after 3
Yeah,
years.
Yeah.
that's some good
That's
news.
There you go.
so good.
There
Bad
you go.
news.
Bad news. Kasaria released 3 apocalyptic beasts onto Thylea.
Similar size to the crab that we just bought.
So
Good
Good
news
news.
is,
I killed one of them.
well, the fourth one.
Well, the 4th one. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's still 3 on Thylea, but I killed a 4th one.
well, that's super cool.
Aren't you guys the fates now? And can't you just? I imagine you guys. You guys have 4 or 5 divine souls that you guys technically fed to yourselves in a weird way. Can't you just make it not
Hey, Brissa. Hey,
be that
Brissa.
case
Hey,
anymore?
Brissa. Hey. When has it ever worked like that?
I'm just saying, you guys have
This
a lot
is
of power
uncharted
now.
territory. It doesn't matter how it's worked before.
That is true. See, Yanni has a
So,
point.
so this good sandwich, it's not over yet. Okay, so
What's the second
Next-
bad news part of the sandwich? Is it that we
Well,
let Kasaria go?
No. That
That's
where they
exciting.
went.
Oh, right.
The
The Mithril Mountains.
Yep.
Yep.
Aresia?
What?
Yeah.
And
It's fine.
I don't remember what the other one was.
I don't either,
It's
but I
Gonna make
I know we
rebuilding
were.
even harder. Okay.
But good news is, Pascal that was just here, we have an army to help us.
Oh, right. That's the other part of the good news sandwich. Desdemona has been cultivating an army of fiendish Yugoloths for centuries, and I have 10,000 of them at my disposal.
You got lots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what they are. I thought he
It's
said
apparently-
sloth at first.
I have a rough idea. I've read about them. But,
Yeah.
Oh, what are they?
Well, Pascal said they were like him, right?
I mean, they're
Pretty?
And apparently we
similar.
fought one. The first time we met Pascal and he summoned those things for us to kill, one of them was a Yugoloth.
yeah. I mean, they're more or less. You can think of them like devils and demons. They're just kind of have a bit of a different ethos they follow.
Right. So I sent 2,000 of them to Aresia, 2,000 of them to the other place where the other beast went, and 6,000 of them to the Mithril Mountains because that's where my family lives.
And Mitros is right there too.
Yeah.
It was
Yep.
more because that's where my family lives.
So it's a multi-leveled sandwich?
And
I've
apparently
heard
in
multi-level
Desdemona's
stuff will bite
will,
you in the ass. I don't know if
Apparently-
they really want to go that route.
apparently in Desdemona's will, she left me this cat. So we have a cat now.
I don't think that's a cat. It's cat-like, but like, look at the talons and the wings and the intelligence in its eyes.
Well, her name is... I didn't hear Pascal say it.
It's Skia. SKIA.
Gia.
Like a
And
car.
as you do, she kind of poofs out her feathers, her wings, and it's just like, meow.
So Yanni, if it's not a cat, if you had to put a label on her,
If you had to say what she was.
I would say find a way to ask her. Because she looks like the kind who wouldn't appreciate people guessing.
I think I can actually do that. Well, actually, I don't know if it'll work because I don't technically know what she is. I will use 2 charges of my Stone Speaker Crystal to cast Speak with Animals.
Oh, finally, somebody who understands me properly.
I've immediately regretted my decision.
Princess Donut.
I want to cast Speak with Animals too.
I'm glad this is being recorded for posterity.
Okay,
Thank
so you're...
you. Oh, no,
Yeah.
please, go ahead, ask your question.
Look, you can get sassy with them. You can't get sassy with me.
I would like to disagree.
Is her name
Well-
Sassy?
You can disagree all you want, but you'll
No,
still be
my
wrong.
name is Skia.
He doesn't know what you're saying right now.
I know, which makes it fun, but it is a bit annoying. Could you perhaps use your magic to make me be able to be understood by everyone?
I don't know how to do that.
Well, you should figure it out. Also, you smell very good. It's a
Oh.
little bloody, but other than that,
I was about to say, we've been through so much, I'm surprised.
I know.
Anyways, we're going off track again. Hey, I don't know how to ask this politely. What are you?
I am what is referred to as a monarchical best-bred Tressum.
Okay. Cool.
But you may refer to me as a Skia.
Yeah,
Yes.
that sounds good.
Is that downhill or cross country?
So, follow-up question. Why did Desdemona leave you for me?
I don't know. And she kind of like stiffens a little bit upon your shoulder. I found it very, very disturbing to have to live in that entirely too small of a pouch living space. She did say that it was monumental that I would be at your side. I don't know what that means, but it makes sense in context. I have served as her familiar for centuries. Perhaps I am to be your mentor, your matron. Oh, I will weep for my dear, dear Desdemona.
I don't think that's what is supposed to be happening.
Oh. Well then, if you have to ask me, and you appear to know all the answers, why don't you tell me what is supposed to happen?
Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to learn from a cat.
Again, I am a Tressum. Uncultured.
Well, follow-up question. I already have a familiar. So, are you okay with being a second familiar? Because he has seniority, technically.
Oh, you would use me as a secondary?
Well, I don't even really use him as a primary, if we're being
Then maybe
honest.
you should get rid of him. I am the better choice. I know more stuff. Go ahead.
What if you fight to the death?
I will kill him immediately.
I summon Lothario.
No!
You focus on your bond with Lothario, and you feel a tug. And it's like a lure upon a fishing line where you try to pull, and there is resistance where there has never been before, even with Lothario. You don't seem to be able to summon him. Something is holding him back.
Okay, we're gonna have to deal with
Well,
this
I
later.
am waiting. Where is my mortal combatant? I need to finish him.
He's busy.
Oh, so he is also
Is he
leaving you just like
pooping?
Pascal did. That is right, I said it. Now get
God,
over it.
I wish only could hear what she's saying. I really do.
You're better off without him anyway, dear. He would sleep with anything, and you deserve better than that. That's also all I'm saying.
I'm going to ignore that.
So, what are we going to have for lunch? I am quite famished.
Your guess is as good as mine, girl.
Meow. She looks towards Yanni. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. And she's giving like a whole
Yeah.
list of foods that she prefers, but he just doesn't understand.
Do you want some fish? I like fish. You look enough like a cat that you probably like fish.
She goes into a very specific ceviche recipe.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
no.
said.
Thanks.
She said
now I
yes,
want
she
ceviche.
wants-
Thank you.
She said yes.
Call my
she
friend
loves
Tony
some
and tell him
fish.
I need some of his ceviche ASAP.
Hey, Tony. Okay.
Hey, Tony! You know Yanni over here. He just wants a little bit of ceviche, man.
He's Vietnamese, but okay.
But imagine if he sounded like that.
Just because he's Vietnamese doesn't mean he cannot sound like that.
Look, you Pascal said you're capable and self-sufficient. So if you're hungry, just go find something.
Oh, I have to do my own hunting.
Yeah. Welcome to the real world.
Oh, an outrage. She kind of hops off your shoulder, glides down, and kind of like hops up onto Yanni's shoulder. Meow, 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 meow.
I'm sorry, I don't understand you, but I can tell she made you unhappy, so I will give you scritches if that's what you want. Scritches.
Seems like a cat thing to me, but you know.
I am not listening to you anymore.
Wow, that was some catitude if I ever saw it.
Yeah, I don't know what was just said, but like,
Meow.
Anyways, Yanni,
Is that all?
Rissa, while we were where all of the beasts were, we also saw the pleasure barge.
Yeah, Talieos, right?
Owned by Talieos,
Yeah.
who is
the original Titan, not the child of Sidon.
Yeah.
Yes, tell her it is the child of Katemani and Thylea, one of the more attractive of the gods, according to Desdemona. Also, do you all have that that sword? She kind of goes meow.
Huh?
Meow, 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 meow.
What's she saying?
Yeah, what's she talking
Translate.
about?
beats me.
Meow.
If Lyra doesn't
She's digging the
translate,
closet! She's digging the closet! Make her happy again! Make her happy again!
if Lyra's not going to translate, I'll cast Speak with Animals too. Just so someone translates.
You are being quite rude for no reason.
I don't know why you're here.
You caught her on a really bad day. Kia.
If she's going to let herself be controlled by the whims of men, then she's going to make a poor lead fate.
It's just a really bad day for her. She's died like
You
4
can
times
Understand me now? What is a little
for
death?
10 minutes.
Magic solves all problems.
What were you saying? What were you saying before?
Oh no.
Oh, well, the bonds, the bindings upon Taleos, you can cut through them. You simply must use the sword. One of these Dragonlords had it upon his body.
Which sword?
Oh, I think they called it Titan's Bane or something
Titan.
such other.
We have that.
We have Titan's Bane. It's back in Mitros, right, Brissa?
Oh, I don't. I gave it to Daphne a long time ago.
Oh, that's
then
right.
Daphne has it.
Where
Daphne,
did
do you still
Daphne
have
go?
it?
Hey, could I have just like walked away as soon as Titan's Bane was
No.
mentioned? Just be like, oh, I
No,
think they need help putting out a fire over there.
no. Link arms with her. No, we need you here.
Apparently, Titan's Bane can cut the bindings on Talieos. We have that,
Yeah.
right? We got it off of Sidon's body.
Oh, I mean, if you all would remember, I was trying to smooth things out with the 5. Well, originally 8, but yeah, with the Moon Maiden.
I don't even know how many are left now, honestly, at this point.
3
And
before.
you know,
Less
a
than
little
8.
exchange was given. And so we have it in a safe place with the Moon Maiden.
The Moon Maiden has Titan's Bane.
Yeah, was she going by Celestia now?
I'm sorry, but who is it that you're speaking of?
They released
Moon Maiden?
some. Yeah, they released some gods that were under the ocean. In the ocean.
Oh. When did someone put me away? How did I not know this?
Maybe she
I don't know, I
didn't
haven't-
want to tell you.
You
Yeah.
I don't know why
No?
she didn't share it with you. But did she have something that you were in charge of doing? We've met a bunch of people that have had plans today.
Yes, I was her eyes and her ears. I was the magnificent beast of the night. I watched, learned, and saw all that there was within the realm.
Oh,
Damn it, I need to learn how to talk to animals.
I am the grand librarian of all knowledge of Thylea. Meow.
oh, Yanni, she's saying that she's the smartest one in Thylea.
Maybe.
It's just you're the smartest guy I know, so.
Well, but I mean, well, to be fair, you spent most of your early life locked in a cage, so there's a lot of people you haven't met, because I know people smarter than me. But
What is happening right now?
I don't know.
I
Okay,
was
but,
trying to compliment, and I just got murdered.
Is this what they speak of when they say fatality?
Yeah, that's how it felt.
that was more of a brutality. But yeah.
All right. Anyway, as Darian's just like holding back tears.
So once again, we've lost the same sword.
We're
At least we
No, we
Physically
did not
balanced.
lose. We did not lose it. We did not lose it this time. We just have it somewhere else.
She seems to be saying that in a
I
very
mean-
creative way.
I feel like he's kind of secondary if there's 3 giant monsters rubbing the surface of Thylea. Like,
Right, yeah.
who the fuck
no,
cares if
that's-
some
Right.
guy's tied to our barge for another, like, few days?
I
no,
mean,
no.
that's horrific how he was treated. And also, can we not think about the fact that if we free him, then he might be indebted to us? And I don't know about you, but having a Titan fight some of these creatures might be nice.
I mean, it's also possible that she completely destroyed his mind and he's basically just a zombie.
Yeah,
That too.
there's that possibility. as
That's
well.
fair.
Or-
We were gonna go talk to him, but then we remembered that the Ghost Lord is technically on the barge.
Yeah.
Why don't
So
you have
we
the two fight
decided-
each other? Fight fire with fire.
Translate?
Oh.
Fight who?
Meow.
She's implying that we should have Talieo's Titan Talieo's fight the
Oh,
Ghost
fight
Lord.
the Ghost Lord.
Which
Meow.
fair.
Meow.
I feel-
See, she might be the smartest, because I didn't think of that.
Meow.
I feel like we should probably do like a quick to-do list about what we have to do, because we have 3 giant colossus creatures roaming. We have a missing boat. that
Astrea's
didn't.
got that under control.
Does she?
Is she?
Um,
Oh God, it's Estrella. She.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
yeah.
Is my
I
mom
was just
okay?
thinking about her. Yeah.
Oh. my
Um.
Yeah, your mom has a necrotizing fasciitis.
Yep.
Uh,
we don't know what's going on with Daphne's mom. Like, we don't know where Daphne's mom is.
I'm
right.
sorry, what did you just call it?
It's a flesh-eating bacteria.
I had
read
plantar
about it.
fasciitis once. That was uncomfortable. I hope she's okay.
Uh-oh. And we still have the Ghost Lord as a problem.
right. The Moon Maiden has our sword.
We're really tired.
Kasaria
I'm
is still out there.
completely tapped out.
Yeah.
Skia jumps over towards your shoulder, Darian, and begins to just like knead at your shoulder.
I give her scritches and panic a little. Okay. Doesn't the Moon Maiden, didn't she like, wasn't she like know all, hear all, see all?
She
No,
thought.
she just partied.
Well, okay.
No, she was quite smart actually. She knows how to handle herself and keep an eye.
Moon
She's the only woman
Maiden!
to ever get me out of my robes.
I got,
So she's good
You
at
know,
partying
that
and
is
also
the-
manipulating Daphne. Good to know.
I'm gonna
Oh!
put my hands together.
Lyra, I'm sorry that Pascal broke up with you, but I don't need this, and you really didn't need him.
Okay. Well, hold on. Okay.
But now she's back to a throuple.
Moon Maiden, if you can, I'm praying to the Moon Maiden. Dear Moon Maiden, if you can hear me, this is Darian, by the way, in Themis, could you please come here? Super
And
quick.
bring the sword.
You suddenly
And
hear,
bring the Titan's Bane.
you suddenly hear magic coalesce near you. A head that had been chopped off of one of the Medusas and rolled into the corner of the palace
Oh, God.
suddenly has multiple lights kind of emanating from it, as each one of the eyes, both on the snakes as well as the head itself, kind of go open. And then the head just kind of like its mouth opens. Roll me over. Already I'm looking at this wall. All the snakes kind of look towards you. Come on. We don't have
okay,
time.
and I pick up the head and I turn it so it's facing all of us.
All the snakes are kind of looking at everyone. What the fuck did you do?
Bad things, man. Bad things.
Yeah.
The
Shit's
snake
bad, I know.
looks at you, Yanni, just shakes its head disapprovingly.
What's going on where you are?
Well, we were just enjoying not having to worry about the Skyfather and Sun Mother getting drunk at the mount, and then suddenly a dragon the size of a mountain with 1,000,000 heads appeared out of nowhere and crashed into the mountainside.
I forgot they were over there too.
The trickster
So did you deal with it?
and I are keeping it occupied, trying to keep it away from the city. Did you do that?
No, that was.
I am
No,
a
we didn't do
goddess,
that.
for fuck's sake, Darian. You are not a good liar. What did you do?
Well, technically, we didn't do it.
We didn't do anything.
But
It was okay. We showed up. We killed one of the big creatures.
you're
but the other
trying
three.
to good sandwich me or whatever it is. Just
There's
tell
that
me
we
the
again.
thing you
There's
did
that we again.
or omitted to do.
We didn't stop someone from pushing a button in time. That's basically what we
What
did.
the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah.
Heads up, though, there will be 6,000 demon troops heading your way. They're on our side.
What?
That's a good thing. See? Good
You
good
have
news sandwich.
6,000
Technically, Yugoloths, because you probably know the difference.
Huh?
Oh, right. They're like,
Oh, I mean, yes, of course I do.
Eyes.
are they
Mhm.
monstrosities? Are they devils? Are they fiends? Are they?
They're fiends. They're fiends.
Yeah.
There
They're
you
just
go.
the neutral. They're the neutral evil
sending-
rag.
We're sending backup. But we kind of need our sword back.
What? What sort are you talking about?
The
I
one that
turned the head
Daphne
so it's
gave
facing
you.
Daphne. I literally turned the head so it's facing Daphne.
Me damn you, Daphne. Did you have to tell them?
They were asking a lot of questions, and
Do you
I
break
thought
so easily under pressure?
We asked one question.
they asked so many questions and were
We
very
said,
demanding.
"Where's the sword?"
So at least now I know
Actually,
that the
I
sub and
explained
that
this to you guys
relationship-
a while
I
back.
had a lot of faith for you, Daphne. Why do you want the sword? What does that have to do with a dragon?
Well, because we found Thelyea.
No, you killed Talios.
The original.
No,
Thelyea.
the original.
The big
Height
one.
and Thylea.
Sidon's brother.
Yeah.
His uncle.
Yeah.
What? Where?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Pulling a pleasure barge in the nether.
Yeah.
That the Ghost Lord is on.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
Fucking
the ghost-
goddamn it, asshole! And he didn't
Yeah.
fucking tell us?
You could have had a pleasure barge.
All I wanted,
And-
ever wanted, was a pleasure barge.
And it turns out the only way to get Talieos to not be pulling the pleasure barge is to cut his bindings with the sword that you have.
I still don't know if it's a good idea to like free this guy. We don't know, like, you spend all that time pulling a barge, right? You probably have lost your mind by then.
Rissa, we've already established that you have trust issues with everyone now. We're just going over our options.
Is that what you said about us when we were in the temples?
I wasn't there.
Okay, you're
Yeah,
fine.
just something along those lines. Yes.
Honestly, I'll be honest with you. We probably did
Yeah.
assume that you guys were crazy.
Oh, ew, Daddy, why are your hands so clammy?
This is disgusting. It's decomposing.
It's not decomposed yet.
Listen, is
I
there
mean,
any way
technically,
we can
Rigger
get
wouldn't
this?
even have set in yet.
Exactly.
Is there any way we could get the sword from you soon?
What do I get out of it? Because the way I see it, you are going to try and talk this Thylea into helping you out from now on, and then you have a god in your corner, and I have the trickster. We already know Hephaestus is under Daphne's pussy spell. We don't need another one against me.
Last time I checked, you also wanted. You know what? We don't need to have this fight right now.
Now
I
you're
don't
going
know,
to
I mean-
share our secret threesome plans. Damn it, Daphne. Damn it.
Why are you
Why do
firing
you
at
crack
me
so
like this?
easily under pressure?
Because it's been a really
I was
hard
going to use
day.
ice cubes and feathers and wax on you.
What?
See, this is just getting weirder and weirder.
Oh my god. Okay. Look,
What do
we
you
got so
want
off
for the
track.
sword? We don't have time.
Literally, I'm going to tell you something right now. Celeste, isn't that what the name you decided you wanted to be called?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to be honest with you, Celeste. If you don't hurt people, we honestly live your life. Party it up, sleep with whoever you want, get drunk, have a great time. We're just trying to make it so people aren't dying here. And right now, your counterpart, the Ghost Lord, is really, really fucking up our day. And I am trying to find a way that there's somebody that can go against him so you don't have to fight. And the Trickster doesn't have to fight. And Hephaestus doesn't have to fight.
Okay.
We're trying to keep you guys out of it.
Question.
Yes.
Enough logic. Is Thalia's cute?
There's never enough logic.
I mean, do you like guys with one eye that can only be on you?
I cannot answer that in front of Daphne.
Daphne, leave. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Daphne, please leave
now
the
I
room.
can leave.
Daphne, please step out.
No, I'd like to hear this.
I mean, do you like guys that are over 65 stories high, work in finance, and have a blue eye? Potentially.
Probably. But no, you would know Thalia's actually
He works in
would have
finance?
3
I thought he
eyes.
drove a pleasure barge.
He has 3 eyes? I was like, okay, so he has 3
Yeah,
eyes. So
Three eyes. Yes, 3 eyes.
On all of
I
them,
couldn't
3 on
remember
you.
if it was 1 or 3. All 3 on you.
Technically, he has no eyes though, because I didn't.
Hey.
Did you?
Hey,
Hey,
I mean, she just spills the beans left and right. But to answer your question, Darian, I enjoy good eye contact.
I
okay.
just honest.
So he's really tall. He's been pulling a boat for centuries, so you know he's got muscles.
Mm.
Yep. He's been in proximity of the pleasure barge, so he must have learned something during all that time.
And it could
just
feel like- doesn't-
kill the Ghost Lord, so he doesn't try to backstab me.
And if he kills the Ghost Lord,
But
the
then
pleasure barge is up for grabs.
I feel like I
and he
still have
can't
to
talk back.
shut up for a minute. I still feel like I have to worry about you, though.
Okay.
I know for right now, it's fine. But you have been killing a lot of gods lately. Now the hunter too. How did you do that?
Oh,
We didn't. I tried very hard to save him, but that was Moxena.
It was
How did you?
that
do
was
that?
Moxena.
I cannot
It was
even feel him.
Moxena
His
because
temples
of the
crumbled.
Ghost Lord.
Oh. How was
And
the
we
Ghost
just-
Lord involved?
He gave her this stuff, right?
What
Am
stuff?
I
No.
misremembering?
Side on stuff.
What
Well, it was
upside
side on
down
stuff, but didn't he get it for her?
There's a bunch of cursed weapons that can kill gods that we have in a bag.
Well, we
Oh, right, we have the stuff.
have
we
the
did
stuff.
not want to touch the stuff because it's very clearly cursed,
It causes people to go mad.
Yeah,
and we do not
So
want
we-
to do that.
even gods, before you even think about it.
Okay. I have a proposition, a trade.
You do
No.
not want to be touching that stuff.
I will not be touching
We
it. I
destroy
will try
it.
to destroy it and get rid of it and never have you touch it ever again. Or for the first time.
Oh, Oh,
I'm okay with that stuff. Yeah, if you want to destroy that stuff,
Yes.
yes.
I'm sure you could ask Hephaestus how to destroy it.
Yeah, he almost died because of that.
Yeah,
But if you touch it and go crazy, we'll kill you.
He's in a Asia right now, hunting that stupid mother of yours. One of
Oh
the
my
snakes
God,
kind of
that's
gets
right.
points at
Yeah.
Right,
that's-
he, in
that's
true
smart.
Daphne fashion, he left during the fight.
Yeah.
So it's like my
Listen,
mom. Yeah, they're a great couple.
We can only fall apart like this in front of each other, guys. We can't. We have to have a united front when we leave this
Oh
room.
no, this is great actually.
I just got broken up with, so I'm having a rough day.
Honey, you know there is only one way to
I've gone
get
too long
it,
without a
so-
haircut. I can't keep my hair out of my eyes. I'm having a rough day.
I can't party right now.
Okay, so the
not?
deal is. Oh my God, the deal
We're
is.
trying to save Thylea again.
Okay,
Everybody
okay.
needs
So
a
so
break.
we're all in agreement. We destroy these cursed items that are god-killing items, and in return for us killing that, you give us the sword so we can potentially release this titan that will kill the ghost sword for us potentially. And you get the pleasure barge as well.
And if he doesn't, we have a sword that'll help us kill him.
Sure.
Yeah.
Agree.
Okay.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to wait until tomorrow because I can't get to it right now.
I'm just so we're just gonna let these monsters rampage while we free this
No.
titan.
What do you want us to do right now, Brissa?
I mean, we have
What
the army.
resources do we have at the moment?
I think you need
I
a
mean-
little bit of rest and relaxation, a bit of partying.
Are you gonna?
Because
Moon
I
Maiden.
have 10,000 troops that are already fighting the beasts that are rampaging through Thylea. What are you doing, Brissa?
I will say I don't see any of them, and the Trickster hasn't seen of those yet. So, are you sure they're going to come?
I'm not talking to you right now.
Can you, Celeste?
Yes.
Could you please watch over the dragon and make sure that it stays preoccupied so it doesn't go after Mitros or Lyra's family in her hometown? Please.
Thank you for saying please twice. Good manners, good girl. I will look over Mitros. I will not promise that I can help with Lyra's family. They live a little bit outside of Mitros, and I don't want to travel too far away from the mount.
Okay. Okay, so that one is, at least for now, taken care of so we can plan and figure something out.
Yes,
Brissa,
why don't
does
you
that
just
make
come
you
to
feel a little better?
the palace of the Empyreans, and then we party a little bit. Everybody could feel a little bit better. I'll let Heffy know to come back.
There are things I need to check on here before I can go anywhere.
All right, then hurry up already.
I look at the rest of the group and say, there's nothing else for us here. The crab is not an issue. We're needed elsewhere. Once I've checked on my mother, I'm fine to go wherever we need to go.
Wait. I just thought of this because talking to the Moon Maiden. You don't think that crab was poor little Crabinos mutated by crazy magic, do you?
Who's Crabinos?
No, I
I want
don't
to think about that.
think so.
But
I'm going to hope not.
second follow-up question regarding not Crabinos. I fully forgot that we kept him alive. Could we use him against one of the other beasts?
Crabinos?
Can we still control him?
He's like this big.
Crabinos.
Not Crabinos, the giant non-Crabinos.
Oh, Crabonos. That's what we're gonna call him.
Is that what the
Crabonos?
thing said it? Is that
Yeah,
what the crab said his name was?
Crabonos.
Okay, that's good.
Can we
Well,
still control him? Can we use him against one of these other whatever they are?
Maybe the tentacle
break
one?
it? Didn't I break it? Like I forgot. I thought I went in there and broke the stuff.
The box. You did break the box.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
Yeah,
so,
that was-
but he has like a thanks for helping me out, buddy thing with Yanni.
I mean,
Right, they're besties.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if Yanni
but
wants to send
he's-
him a message and ask. Like,
he's had a day.
Right,
He's
we're not
probably
doing
not-
anything today.
He's probably not down for. I'm just, he's still lost like what, at least one leg, maybe two, and a claw and an eye.
I do think I broke one of his claws and two of his legs.
Yeah, and he definitely lost an eye. I mean, I'd feel bad asking him to, do more.
He probably has a few stomach ulcers.
I just would feel bad.
Right,
Yeah.
no, that's fair. That's fair. I just forgot that he was technically still alive and is also in the category of these monsters that we're about to fight.
Yeah. Well, you guys let me know where you want to go. Maybe you guys should... Yanni, Brissa, one of them's a tentacle monster and the other one's like a big, giant fire creature with horns. I'm gonna go check on my mom. You guys let me know where we're gonna go.
She
And
says big
Darius?
tentacle monster, and Yanni side eyes Lyra.
Yeah,
I was more into the one with horns.
that tracks.
Tell me more about these tentacles.
Yanni makes a mental note to show Lyra the scroll he found called hentai.
Oh. God. No.
I'm an awful person.
You made it canon in Thylea.
Fucking hell. But it's just a depiction of a fisherman's wife with an octopus. Yeah.
Yeah.
As you head out of
Yeah.
the
Art.
I mean, I found it in the undersea place, so
Art history.
It wasn't. They're much more open-minded there.
When I took art history in college, that was not covered. Just saying.
You head out, and as you come upon the place where there is like a big infirmary, one of the old temples, once upon a time dedicated to Kyra, which was heavily reworked, but all the edifices of Moxena have been knocked down. As you walk towards the place where your mom is amongst everyone else, she does indeed have this gnarly gash kind of on her side. Her right arm is limply attached in a binding and a cast kind of to her side. But yet, despite that, she is walking kind of like slowly and on a crutch from bed to bed, speaking with each one of the Amazons.
I immediately make my way towards her. And when I get to her, I will bow.
She just kind of looks like, what in the nether say do you think you're doing? Stand up. Straight.
Mom. Oh.
My love. And she kind of like goes over and she wraps her arm around you. She's like, excuse me, maybe I have to sit down for a moment.
Yeah. Okay, I'm so glad that you're alive, Mom. But I'm gonna ask something of you. I need you to be the leader here because I'm needed elsewhere on Thylea right now.
I figured you would say something like that.
Take care of our people. And just know that things are going to get really bad before they can get better. There are we're going to do a really quick good news sandwich, okay? We killed a giant
I
creature.
used those on you when you were a kid. You can't just use that on me. But yes.
Okay, we're gonna do all the bad news. 3 giant colossal creatures have been released on Thylea, and they are destroying different parts of this continent.
Like the
and
crab.
we need to go kill them. Bigger than well, yeah, about the crab size, yeah.
Is the crab one of them?
No, there's 3 new ones. We killed one, so there were 5 total.
Well done.
But there's 3. Yeah, there's 3 out. I did it. I killed the other one.
Well done.
It was really easy.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
murder your fucking mom.
You won't know. But
Oh well, she'll spill.
I need to leave. Basically now, but I didn't want to leave without seeing you.
She pulls you in for a tight hug. Gives you a kiss on each cheek. And then one on the forehead. She pulls back and just kind of looks at you with a smile. I don't know if I'm a fan of those horns. The wings look useful. But you are a thing of legend, my daughter. You have surpassed every expectation that I could have had for my heir. You are the spirit of Themis. You are an Amazon through and through. These women have told me of the stories of the light of Thylea, of you who joined them. And I am forever grateful to the fates, the gods, random chaos, that I had the opportunity to tell you how proud I truly am of my little girl. So you go save the world.
I will, and I'm gonna keep making you proud, Mom. But
there's no way you could.
And I give her another big hug, and I go, okay, I'll message you if there's anything you need to know. But
Thank you.
I really gotta go because basically I'm their leader, and they're lost without me. Like they cannot. They
I must say, yes.
So lost without me. Like, my God, Mom. Like, thank God I have the eyes I do. And I give her another big hug, and
Good luck. Stay alive.
And I rush back to the group.
All right. You're given food, bandaged up. If you want to, you can take a short rest. But is there anything else that you want to accomplish in Themis? And if not, how do you leave?
Yeah, that's a good question. I was wondering that when Darian was all, but I have to leave right now. And I'm like, how?
I thought the Moon Maiden was going to take us somewhere. I thought she would be useful, but she just told us to come party with her, so I guess not.
David, is my epic boon in effect?
Sure, why not?
All right, I can try something. We need to get back to the ley line. I need to tap in again.
Okay.
So,
all right.
What's the quickest way to do that? Let's see. You can fly, and you and I can both fly on your dragon. Cool.
By the way, you feel an almost magnetic pull towards the location of the ley line. You know, without needing to focus upon it, exactly where it is at all times. And in fact, as you kind of like, all right, so, and you kind of like reach towards it, suddenly you feel like a connection, something pulling you and connecting you to the thing. And you feel like even from this long distance, there's a tie towards it. Weirdly enough, you feel that there's almost a fissure that runs along the eastern coast of Themis that then ultimately disappears into the distance. And it's almost like you can see a light shining, despite the daylight, out of the seawater itself, upwards, sparkling there with a green light, but faint, translucent.
Hang on.
I guess the question, where are we going?
I thought we were going to party with the Moon Maiden.
The undead head that was kind of like just put to the side goes, yes, come on over.
I mean,
how are you able to focus on us and the fight?
She's a god.
I'm a god.
All right, sorry. I need to bring him happy. I was just more concerned.
Have a little bit better capability of multitasking, just because Hephaestus is a one-track mind.
He's not wrong.
Thank you. Oh, you're back. Okay, can we go now?
Yeah, do we need to bring the head?
Can you pick me back up? This is very uncomfortable.
Are you...
Are we going to be speaking for a long time? Or are you just going to come to the palace?
Let's just tie her by the snakes to
No, I will see you in person. Is this it?
Yeah, this is it. You're good. You're good. We'll see you soon. We'll see you in a little bit.
I will possess this head again if you're not there in 10 minutes. You realize that?
Yes, but we'll be there.
Like we're trying to keep the head. Yes.
The spirit, please.
Sorry.
And I firebolt the head just to be a dick. So the ley line you were talking about, the fissure, is that like I can see it from here, I can walk to it kind of a thing?
More than that, even you can see it. You could walk to it if you wanted to, but it is in the ocean, right? You can walk to the ley line that was exposed upon that outcropping at the beachhead. What's beyond, you feel like you can just reach out and almost will the ley line towards you.
All right. I may not need to go back there because now that I'm focusing on it, hang on a second. This might hurt.
As he does that, you see the same green tattoo suddenly just like spring forth all across his body. He lifts off the ground a couple inches as his hair just kind of gets tousled. His eyes, as they open, are just complete green pools of energy. As he suddenly just like seems to lift up, and indeed the energy seems to pool underneath him. There's a green light that cascades upward in a pillar all around him. Go out and use the epic boon.
I shall use my epic boon.
Cool.
Oh, wait, let me get back to the right page. There it is.
Oh, right.
It didn't do nothing.
Aw, didn't do the text. Yanni, as part of your epic boon, you receive 10 spell levels that you can apply however you want. If that's 1 9th level spell and 1 first level spell, you can 1 10th level spell, 1 first level spell. You can certainly do that.
It's going to be a 7. And I'll just go and do a 3rd. And then I will call everybody together and cross my fingers and teleport to whatever the closest site to the whatever they're calling their palace on the mountain that I feel comfortable trying to teleport to, as far as what I'm familiar with.
You
Like
feel
the stairs that we climbed?
Yeah, you feel like you have the permission of the Moon Maiden now, though. So you probably could just do that.
I don't think
Well,
Yanni
that's-
ever went in there though.
Yeah, we did. Didn't we all get drinks?
You had some
Oh yeah.
conversations. You teleport, let's say on the staircase to make things easy, as you appear there. And indeed, down below, there's definitely a lot of hustle and bustle. You can see where the city is barely has been reinforced. There's like some makeshift ballistas that are being kind of like reinforced. A lot of people are going to the different places that they need to go, and like for shelter, essentially. It seems like shelter is in place. You can see that Acastus and his dragon are circling above the city, keeping a lookout. As you appear, though, the Moon Maiden just goes, as she just like appears out of nowhere. You did it! All right, let's go.
Where are we going?
Well, up, of course. We have some parts.
Can we see the dragon creature from here?
From where you currently are at? No.
Okay. I also love the stairs.
As
Yep.
you guys start heading up there, you see that upon the main kind of like plaza that connects a bunch of the buildings that they have constructed in their own image. Which, by the way, you also notice that the statues and frescoes of the Sun Mother and Sky Father were knocked down and destroyed. You can see that somebody hollowed out the Sky Father's marble head and turned it into a little bit of a like a goblet, essentially, and has been drinking wine out of it. And as you guys walk in there, you see an extremely disheveled satyr man that is a little bit rotund, a little bit pudgy, and in stark contrast to the beautiful kind of like strawberry blonde, golden light that is the maiden. She goes, "What are you doing here?" Yeah. Everyone needs a little bit of a break, don't you? Hey, Daphne.
Hi, Trickster.
I need to give myself a better name. Being called the Trickster feels... it just gives away the game. How's it going, everyone?
What about Pan? Pan seems like a good name for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Alright, so... I'm guessing you know about the fucking Medusa dragon out there.
Is that what that is?
I don't know.
what?
It looks like a
terrifying.
fucking Medusa that has fucking wings on it. With a goddamn dragon tail. It's more
How
like
far
a
away is it?
wyvern, you know? It doesn't have... Usually dragons have 6 legs. Wyverns have 4 limbs. Nah, I don't know. Something like that.
So you're talking about the one that's over. Am I remembering this right? That's the one that's near Arisia?
Yeah, no. I mean, there is nothing on Arisia. I don't... Let me see.
The map
No.
is technically
have
not
these.
the actual beast. It's just
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
location.
Your fuck buddy is over there. He's fighting a bunch of the undead right now. This shit is going down. Whatever. We have bigger
no.
problems right now, okay? If he dies, he fucking comes back. Who cares? What the fuck did you do to the hunter? As the Moon Maiden Celeste kind of goes, it wasn't their fault, and we are solving that problem. But yes, the hunter is permanently dead. What the fuck? I'll explain it all later. Did you bring the thing?
He literally said I wouldn't be able to until tomorrow.
Yeah.
But you brought the way. You are the way to get them?
Right, yeah.
I will
Mhm.
murder you if you leave the palace before giving it to me. I just wanted to make sure that expectations are made
Oh, you're
clear. Okay. Alrighty then. I promised them party time, so we're going to party, but you are going to keep the dragon Hydra, whatever, entertained, okay? Why don't I get to party? Daphne and I loves to drink. Right, Daphne? Tell her. Besides, it's your turn anyway. My turn? You want me to fight this stupid Hydra dragon? Yeah. Kinda. Fine, whatever. You get to clean up, you get to make dinner, then I will distract the monster. And I will be back. Okay. Bye-bye. She disappears. Fucking bitch. Alright, what food intolerances, favorite drinks, what does everyone want?
You know what? I could go for some lamb chops.
Alright, sounds good. Lamb chops. Lamb chops going once. Twice? No.
Sushi.
I don't
Wait,
know what
what
the
is
fuck
that?
that is, but sure.
It's raw. It's raw fish on
What's raw
rice.
fish?
It's
On
It's
rice?
great.
it sounds
It's
as
really good.
anachronistic as a glaive.
No.
I'm so
Glaives make sense. Heavy armor makes sense. Yeah, all of that. If it is for power or enjoyment, we have to cram it into our anachronistic design. We have to make it fit, or otherwise we cannot have fun. You don't understand fun, Yanni, clearly.
No, I don't.
Good.
I grew up on the streets.
No, you really know fun.
My idea of fun was cramming myself into a tight little space where the bullies couldn't reach me.
I mean, I like the first part. All right, what else? We have sushi.
That was twisted. I kind of like it.
I just want to go to sleep.
Okay, he does this. Go ahead and make me. Go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
I choose
You can
to
choose
fail.
to fail if you want to. As you kind of like suddenly feel this massive weight on you, and you kind of like shake it off. He's like, just trying to help you.
In bed.
May I? It's the Sun Mother.
In bed alone.
I'm not going to sleep with you.
I don't want anyone there.
Skitch.
No.
One of those nights.
Sun Mother is better
In
quite open.
bed with my Tressa.
Wow, okay, that's weird.
I don't want to
She
ask any more further
Hops
questions.
over towards your shoulder. She kind of waves goodbye at you, Darian, since the spell has waned at this point. He goes,
All right,
alright,
go
are you
ahead.
ready?
Okay, I knew
Yes.
Lyra's fine. both
As
ways,
Lyra
but I didn't know
just
she was-
disappears with
Oh,
steam.
no, don't finish that, Yanni.
Swing? Swung? Swing?
Almighty little queen of the city below, what do you want to eat? As Sala just goes, can I have gold?
Platinum. Spring for platinum, girl.
Break for platinum.
Spring for platinum, girl.
She goes, it's not spicy enough. But if you have gems.
Fair.
Yeah.
Do rubies taste like cinnamon? I always thought they would taste like cinnamon.
They do.
Nice.
I like them sometimes.
Still not gonna eat one.
They get really chewy in your mouth, though.
Really? Fascinating.
Yeah,
I thought a crystal structure
draconic
would do
acid
that.
kind of breaks down the gem itself, and then it starts to kind of just get goopy. But emeralds leave your
Interesting.
breath really, really fresh smelling. It's nice.
This is going to be an interesting research project when all this wraps up.
Can't wait. All right. All right, everyone go ahead and sit down. And he kind of just like starts flicking his hands as the table just like first clears off, and then you see a new banquet of all your favorite food items appears before you. And that is where we're going to leave it for this week's session. Congratulations, you made it to lunch.
To level 21?
You're already at level
We leveled
20.
up.
I said 21!
You got an epic boon. That's the closest thing you're going to get to level 20. Get out of here. Actually, fun fact, Foundry, actually the D&D 5th edition doesn't allow you to go above level 20 anymore. And it makes me sad. It makes me very sad.
That is a little sad.
Hence, epic boons. And I'm excited to show off everyone else's epic boons. We saw 2 today. Alrighty, with that, anything else that you guys have to shout out before we call it this week?
I don't think so.
With that, see you guys all next week. We'll be live again on Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Oh, just kidding. 9:30 p.m. Eastern. See you guys next week. Bye.